Okay folks, welcome back. This is your old pal Hondo doing another video for you on a reel maintenance video on a reel that I acquired from a flea market, which is the ZEBCO 304 ultralight spinning reel from, I don't know, the 90s maybe, 80s, I don't really know. But we're going to show you how to maintenance this reel. It's just like most of the old school zero ball bearing-less type of reels from the 80s and 90s from ZEBCO, but it still works, and it's an ultralight reel, and I do like ultralight reels. This is the ZEBCO 304 spinning reel. It has zero ball bearings, and it has this little anti-reverse switch in the back. It's just like a lot of these older models. It's a little crunchy and it needs to be serviced, and that's what we're going to do to this reel. It's probably made in the late 80s, early 90s. I'm not too sure about this one, but it just needs a little bit of TLC. And we're going to show you how to take it apart and clean it. And the first thing you want to do is take off the drag knob off the top first. You know, just take it off, comes off. Take the spool off. Remove the little star drag right there and put it in a bowl or something. And once you get to this point, you'll need an adjustable type of screwdriver, and we're going to need a small Phillips head screwdriver, probably the smallest one I got, and I'm going to put that in there, and then we're going to take the handle off somehow. I think it just probably twists off like that. This is a good model. This is actually an ultralight type of spinning reel from back in the day. These are really easy to service. You want to take the side plate off. They just come. Yep, that got it. It does take a Phillips head, but I don't have a small enough one to do it. And once you get it to this point, you can take the side plate off right here. And as you can see right here, this is just a gear driven system right here. The main gear is right here at the bottom, and we could just re-grease this right here, as you can see. Spray with some WD-40. You will have to oil this right here as well. That's what we're going to take apart right here too, is the little bell flipper. Take that off, and we'll put a little bit of oil on it as well, and we'll dump this in a bale here, and we're going to take the screw out, and we're going to put a little bit of oil on that. If I can get the screw out in time that the camera don't die. Camera's been dying like crazy. You pull that out. Once you pull that out, it has a little this right here will move around on the bale. Take a toothbrush, clean it out first. You know, just clean it with a toothbrush a little bit. Let's clean out that spot as well with a toothbrush. Don't really need much. Just want to clean if there's any dirt in there or anything like that. Rust or dirt, anything like that. Clean that out. And we're going to put a little bit of oil on that as well. After we take a rag to it and just clean the dirt or any type of grind out of there first. Clean that out like that, and just reapply a drop of oil right there. Should do it really, and drop there, and a little bit on the back side over here. And that's all she wrote, and that's clean enough for that thing, just to get it oiled so it'll move around really well. And we'll put the screw back in there, and put the screw back in, and screw it in really good. And that should be clean enough for this baby. And screwed in there. You don't want it really tight, just to give it some lubrication. It doesn't look like it's been cleaned in years. Okay, that's good enough. And now we're going to get into the inner gears here. And we're just going to stick this straight in here and spray it with some WD-40 and hit it with some oil with a toothbrush and clean it out, and take all the old grease and grind out of it, and just overload it with some WD-40. Take a toothbrush and just work them gears. Move the gears around. use a toothbrush to get in there and clean those gears out and clean all the old grease off of it. Basically, move that bail around a little bit and just clean it out with this brush until the gears are cleaned off, and that should be good enough. Really, this helps it, you know, break it loose if it's been sitting for a long time, like that. And a little bit over here too, ain't gonna kill anything. Okay, that's good enough. It's clean. And we're gonna take a rag and we're just gonna wipe the excess oil off of everything, any of the old dirt and grind that was in here. We're just gonna wipe it up right there, and we're gonna just stick this rag in here and just wipe up all the excess oil out of it. And that's good enough, really. We're gonna reapply some grease to this after we're done. And we're going to have to lay that back right there, lay that back down there like that. And the way you want to do this is we're going to open up some grease here, and just going to apply some grease to it to make this reel's life, the life of the reel, last a little bit longer. And we're going to put some grease right here on the pinion gear and just move it around a little bit and try to get some on the bottom here as well. And just work all that grease in there. You really don't need much grease. Just a little bit of grease will do, really. Trying to move it around on the gear here. Just want to get some grease all up in there, you know, all over the wheel and stuff like that. You know, just a little bit of grease will work. You know, you just want to make sure that grease just gets all over the gears, coats the gears, you know, and just move it around and coat them gears down with grease. And basically that's basically all the maintenance you need to do to this reel. And pretty much that's good enough, really. I mean, a little bit of grease will do. Not much is all you need, and more is less and less is more. And now we're going to take a rag and just wipe off this base plate here. It doesn't really need no oil or anything like that. We already oiled this reel down. We're going to put the base plate back on it and reapply the screws back on the reel, on the base plate here. And put one screw there, one screw here, and we're gonna screw those in tight, and that should do it. Don't want to screw them in too tight because you could strip the plastic on the frame, the graphite or whatever on the frame. Once you get that in place, you want to stick that screw in there like that. And right up in through here, you can take that toothbrush and just, you know, clean the body of the reel right here. Just, it's already got oil on the toothbrush. You just want to clean any of the excess grit on the reel itself out, you know, and just wipe it down around here if it's clogged up or corroded. And we're just gonna, you know, clean the metal parts, and it's pretty good right there. I mean, it's plenty. And just wipe off the excess oil and stuff, and pretty much all you need to do. Now you may want to oil and lubricate these joints right here, and we'll just put a drop of oil. The lubrication in that will help the reel, the spool here, the bail, to operate, function. It'll make the bail work really well, and it should work, I mean, in theory. Now we're going to clean the spool. Just take a little bit of a rag and just wipe up all the excess crap. If this is dirty, you can take that out and clean it. It's not too bad, I don't think. I'm just going to wipe out if there's any dirt in here or anything weird like that. I'm just going to put a dab of oil right here on top of the spool, and that should do it. And a little bit here on the clicker. And we got that oiled, and we're going to clean and grease this part right, y'all, the star drag right here. We're going to re-grease this right here, and Put just a touch of grease on it, don't need much on both of there, and we'll put that back right here on this part of the reel, if it'll go on there. We got it on there properly. The grease makes it stick to everything, and you stick this little drag washer, small piece of plastic back on top of it, if I can get it on there. This doesn't want to go on there. There it goes, finally. We got that on there, and we're going to put a little bit of oil on this as well down inside the, the bearing down in there, so it coats that oil down in there really well. Put the spool back on. We'll put a little bit of oil. Okay, folks, that's how you clean a ZEBCO 304. It's nice and clean now and works and runs now. Hope y'all like this video on how to service a 304. Please hit the like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment. Y'all take it easy. It's been your old boy Hondo from Hillbilly Tactical. Peace out.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.